Following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network.
Play on, and Anderson is going to launch for three. It's good!
Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. It's a drop third strike. All he has to do is throw him out, and the West Fargo Patriots are your 2022 state champions.
Now it's game time. Let's head up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome to Barnesville Sports Arena here at Barnesville High School on Magnitude Sports. Certainly appreciate you tuning in as we get ready for this matchup here between two 8AA conference opponents, between the Barnesville Trojans and the DGF Rebels. And I say it that way for a reason. I'll tell you that reason when our Barnesville Senex pregame show returns in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Barnesville Senex is your one-stop shop in Barnesville for gas, snacks, beverages, and more, including fresh Sandy's Donuts each day of the week. Barnesville Senex has the Caribou Coffee Kiosk open daily as well. Don't forget, you can pick up automobile supplies, and Barnesville Senex is your hunting and fishing license headquarters. Barnesville Senex. Call 218-354-2139 or stop in at 619 Front Street North in Barnesville. Barnesville Senex wishes the Trojans the best of luck in today's game.
All right, welcome back here as we have our opening warm-ups here, about 14 minutes away from the opening announcements, starting lineups, introduction of teams, and all that good stuff. The Barnesville Trojans, it's their second game of the year. Their first game, they won, and it was a road game, and I'm drawing a blank on who they played here. Let me pull it up really quick. Wheaton Herman Norcross, they won on the road by the score of 65-53. In that game back on Tuesday, December 6th. So that was a couple days ago. And they now they play their second game of the season, and it's their first game of 8AA section play against the DGF Rebels. The Rebels, they've had a couple games under their belt so far. They're 1-2. They opened up the season on the road with a 59-41 victory over Walker Hackensack Akeley. And then they would fall the final score doesn't reflect just how good the DGF Rebels played in the game against the Breckenridge Cowgirls. But the Cowgirls would get the win over DGF by this final score of 64-53. That's a game we had for you here on Magnitude Sports back on December 1st. And then they would have another home game against Detroit Lakes just a couple days ago and fall 47-35 in that contest. So that is a look at what these two teams have done so far this season. So once again, DGF 1-2, and the Barnesville Trojans 1-0. The junior varsity game went to the Barnesville Trojans by the score of 40-28. And to be honest with you, Barnesville kind of pulled away late in that one. It was a very close game throughout the entire first half and a good chunk of the second half. It wasn't until the final 5 minutes or so that Barnesville was able to pull away with a victory by the final score of 40-28. Earlier I mentioned here that there's kind of something different with this year. If you're thinking shot clock, no, that's next season. The divisions aren't split up by north and south anymore on the sections, with the exception of Section 2AA and Section 3AA. Those are the only two sections that have north and south subdivisions. All the other AA sections now are just one big list of teams. So everybody's in the same section in 8AA. There is no split between north and south when it comes to the standings. Now, in some people's mind, there still be a north-south split unofficially, but officially there's no more north-south split in 8AA. So with that in mind, instead of going through the north and the south and who's leading and trailing and all that good stuff, it's just all, what is it, like 17 teams, 16 teams? I can't recall. I'd have to sit here and count them up. But right now, Hawley's in the lead. They're undefeated, 1-0 in section, 3-0 in season-long play. Perham's right behind them. They haven't played any Section 8AA opponents, but they are also at 3-0 on the season. Wadena Deer Creek is also at 3-0 in the season. They have not yet played any 8AA games either this evening, or this season so far. The Pelican Rapids Vikings are one of three teams that have plenty of 8AA experience so far. Pelican Rapids 2-0, and they are 2-0 overall, and both of their opponents have been 8AA opponents, so they are undefeated. Barnesville hasn't played a 8AA opponent until tonight's matchup with DGF. They are 1-0 on the season. Park Rapids is 1-0 on the season. So you have 6 teams right now that are still undefeated in 8AA. And then the rest of the teams, let's see here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, there's 16. I said earlier I wasn't sure if there's 16 or 17. So 6 of the 16 teams in 8AA are undefeated still, and one of them is playing tonight, and that'd be the Barnesville Trojans. And then your teams with 1 or more losses, Thief River Falls sitting at 2-1 in section, 3-1 overall. East Grand Forks hasn't played a section game, but they are 2-1 on the season right now. The Roseau Rams have lost 1 in section, but they are 2-1 overall. So they've won 2 non-section games, and they've lost their only section game so far. The Fergus Falls Otters are 1-0 in section, but 1-1 overall. Dilworth Glyndon Felton, they have not played any section games until tonight. So for both Barnesville and DGF, it's their first section game of the season. DGF 1-2 overall in the season. Following right behind the Rebels are the Frazee Hornets, 0-2 in section play, 1-2 overall on the season. And War Road is your final 8AA team that has a win. They are 0-0 in section, 1-3 on the season. And then Red Lake, Crookston, and Monaga are still searching for their first victories of the year. Red Lake 0-2 with no section games yet. Crookston 0-2 with 1 section game. Monaga 0-2 with 1 section game. So both Crookston and Monaga are 0-1 in 8AA and 0-2 overall. The Barnesville Trojans are averaging 65 points per game while allowing 53 points per game. And that was the score of their only game they played, 65-53 victory. So those two numbers may be a little bit skewed. For DGF, however, they've played a total of 3 games, and in those 3 games, they're averaging 49 points for and only allowing 50 points against. So, what that means is their opponents have outscored them by about 1 point this season. So, on average in 3 games. So, like I said, the final scores of those DGF games don't necessarily reflect how good this DGF team could potentially be. And at one point in the game against Breckenridge, they were trailing by as much as 12. They were able to cut that game down to a 5-point deficit before Breckenridge took control of the game and went and held on for the victory. So, I mean, that's the only time I've personally seen the Rebels play this season. But just looking at the numbers and all that good stuff, this team has potential to be good this year. They just haven't been able to pull out more than 1 victory in 3 games. So, Barnesville, so far so good, 1 victory in 1 game. So we'll see what happens here tonight. We'll take another timeout. We'll go over some of the new people that you might not be familiar with on the roster, and we'll take a break and move back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Dean's Bulk Service C-Stores in Barnesville and Sabin are your stops for high-quality Arco gas and diesel fuels, plus a car wash in Barnesville. Don't forget to pick up your favorite snacks and beverages as well. Dean's Bulk Service is your preferred choice for your propane, fuel, diesel, exhaust fluid, and ISO-Clean certified lubricants for your home, farm, and business. Call them 1-800-548-2799 or visit dbsoil.com to see what they can do for you.
Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Call, text, email Jack, Rhonda, or Terry with questions and get a quote today. The Purple Goose Eatery and Drinkery, located at 310 Front Street South in Barnesville, open every day from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week. Burgers, salad, pizzas, sandwiches, they got you covered. Daily specials on all food and beverage items on the menu as well. They're located, once again, 310 South Front Street, Barnesville, 2 blocks from Barnesville Senior High School. Order online, purplegoose2go.com, or text your order to 218-321-1963. Ratzel's Pool Hall. You can find them at 205 Front Street in Barnesville. When you head over to Ratzel's Pool Hall, expect cold beverages, tasty and crispy pizza, as well as a friendly staff. Search for Ratzel's Pool Hall on Facebook. Give the page a like and follow so you can keep up to date with all the daily specials, new menu additions, and dates of special events such as karaoke and musical artists. Don't forget, if the Barnesville Trojans are playing, you can watch the game at Ratzel's Pool Hall. They invite you to stop by after the game. 205 Front Street in Barnesville, Ratzel's Pool Hall. Just a fun little place in a small town.
Barnesville Drug and Hardware is your local Health Mart pharmacy and Hardware Hank store in Barnesville. Open weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays until noon. Stop in at 117 Front Street to select your next grill or smoker. Choose from a wide variety including Pit Boss, Weber, Traeger, and Blackstone. Let one of Barnesville Drug and Hardware's friendly team members help you pick the grill or smoker that's just right for you. Search Barnesville Drug and Hardware on Facebook and give them a like and follow. Barnesville Drug and Hardware wishes the Barnesville Trojans the best of luck in this game and this season.
Established in 1989, the charitable mission of the Barnesville Booster Club is to support local charities and organizations, especially those involving kids and youth. Learn more about the Barnesville Booster Club by following the Barnesville Booster Club Facebook page, where you can get more information on member drives, upcoming events, and more. You can also learn more by contacting the Barnesville High School office. And the Barnesville Booster Club can also be followed on Twitter. The Barnesville Booster Club wishes the Trojans the best of luck this sports season. Go Trojans!
Barnesville Cenex is your one-stop shop in Barnesville for gas, snacks, beverages, and more, including fresh Sandy's Donuts each day of the week. Barnesville Cenex has the Caribou Coffee Kiosk open daily as well. Don't forget, you can pick up automobile supplies, and Barnesville Cenex is your hunting and fishing license headquarters. Barnesville Cenex. Call 218-354-2139 or stop in at 619 Front Street North in Barnesville. Barnesville Cenex wishes the Trojans the best of luck in today's game.
All right, welcome back to Barnesville High School here at the Barnesville Sports Arena as we get ready for this Section 8 AA matchup between the 1-0 Barnesville Trojans and the 1-2 DGF Rebels. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I want to say hi to everybody watching at Ratzel's Pool Hall tonight. They're hosting the watch party tonight, so if you can't make it here to the gym or you want some pizza and some beverages, head over to Ratzel's Pool Hall. They'll help you out, take care of you, and they'll have the game on for you as well. To the best of my knowledge. No, I'm just kidding. I know very well that it's more than the best of my knowledge. They will have the game on for you. We want to say thanks to Barnesville Cenex for sponsoring the pregame show, along with our friends at the Pitchfork, Dean's Bulk Service, Willow Creek, Purple Goose Eatery and Drinkery, Barnesville Drug and Hardware, and Barnesville Booster Club for bringing you coverage of Barnesville basketball and wrestling, girls and boys basketball and wrestling this year. This winter, I should say, here on Magnitude Sports. Once again, the junior varsity game went to the Barnesville Trojans by the final score of 40-28. I also want to say hi to everybody watching on the DGF YouTube channel as we are simulcasting this live broadcast both to Magnitude Sports and the DGF YouTube channel. So wherever you may be watching from, thank you for tuning in, and we appreciate you doing so. All right, we got about 90 seconds before this thing opens up, and we send it down to our PA announcer here for the opening announcements. Let's go over some of the rosters here. The Rebels are under the advisement of head coach Jason Sunday. They are 1-2 on the season. The Trojans under Ryan Bumstead, and he's got his ladies rolling at 1-0 so far this season. Some of the names on the roster that will probably be coming off the bench here periodically throughout the game. A 5'3 junior guard, Lindsey Rotz. A 5'4 senior guard, number 3, Jada Bonchus. A 5'5 sophomore guard, number 4, Sophie Frederick. A 5'5 sophomore guard, number 15, Macy Pana. And a 5'7 sophomore forward, number 20, Ella Cassette. A 5'7 sophomore forward, number 24, Lexi Haif. A 5'8 sophomore forward, number 30, Ava Fallingstead. A 5'6 junior forward, number 32, Hadley Pearson. A 5'9 sophomore forward, number 33, Isabel Snowball. Those will be your non-starters for the Barnesville Lady Trojans. And over on the DGF Rebels, your non-starters look like this. A 5'6 junior forward, number 0, Lola Garrett. A 5'2 junior guard, number 3, Emerson Bach. A 5'5 freshman guard, number 4, Greta DeVries. A 5'7 sophomore guard, number 10, Michaela Bielen. A 5'4 junior guard, number 11, Sienna Amble. A 5'6 senior forward, number 13, Jacqueline Smith. I think I got that wrong. I'm reading my writing here. A 5'8 freshman forward, number 14, Danielle Boyd. A 5'5 freshman guard, number 23, Annalise Oss. A 5'8 junior forward, number 24, Ella Olson. And a 5'6 freshman forward, number 32, Olivia Couchman. And those are your non-starters for the DGF Rebels. Here is our PA announcer.
Teachers and administration would like to extend a warm welcome to our friends from DGF. For everyone's safety, we ask that parents closely attend to their elementary-aged children. Please keep them in the stands during the contest. Please refrain from walking on or across the court before, during, and after the event. The concession stand and restrooms are located out the doors on the west end of the gym. Out of respect for the Barnesville school facility, we ask that all trash be placed in the nearest receptacle. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you rise, if able, remove any headwear, and face our nation's flag as we play our national anthem.
All right, we'll take a break and be right back. Dean's Bulk Service C-Stores in Barnesville and Sabin are your stops for high-quality Arco gas and diesel fuels, plus a car wash in Barnesville. Don't forget to pick up your favorite snacks and beverages as well. Dean's Bulk Service is your preferred choice for your propane, fuel, diesel, exhaust fluid, and ISO-Clean certified lubricants for your home, farm, and business. Call them 1-800-548-2799 or visit dbsoil.com to see what they can do for you. All right, welcome back. Barnesville Sports Arena here at Barnesville High School. Mike Mason with you. Janice on the camera.
Tonight's game is being played according to the rules of the Minnesota State High School League. These rules provide...
Your starters for DGF. Be number 2, Gabrielle Tucker. She's a 5'7 senior guard. Number 5, Michaela Winter, a 5'10 senior forward. Number 12, Peyton Backus, a 5'7 senior forward. Number 15, Kaylee Peterson, a 5'9 senior forward. And number 25, Aria Garrett, a 6-foot freshman forward. Those are your 5 starters for the Rebels.
First, the visitors on the scoreboard, the DGF Rebels. Number 2, Gabby Tucker. Number 5, Michaela Winter. Number 12, Peyton Backus. Number 15, Kaylee Peterson. And number 25, Aria Garrett. The Rebels are coached by Jason Sunday. Assistant coaches are Tony Reno.
All right, and your starters for Barnesville are a 5'4 junior guard number 2, Kennedy Gray, a 5'5 senior guard number 5, Sydney Strand, a 5'7 senior forward number 10, Kenzie Scogan, a 5'8 sophomore guard number 23, Abby John, and a 5'8 senior forward number 40, Emily Smith.
Number 2, a junior, Kennedy Gray. Number 5, senior, Sydney Strand. Number 10, senior, Mackenzie Scogan. Number 23, sophomore, Abby John. And number 40, senior, Emily Smith. The Lady Trojans are coached by Ryan Lomstead. Assistant coaches are Allie Homewood and Nicole Morrison. The officials for tonight's game are from the Detroit Lakes Officials Association. They are Bryce Martinek, Dylan Savani, and Matt Ogeson. These individuals are registered by the Minnesota State High School League. Officials play an important role in every class.
All right, so we'll put zeros on the scoreboard. We'll put 18 minutes on the clock, 2 18-minute halves here. And the final year with no shot clock.
Let's play some hoops.
So we have 1 year to figure out how to incorporate a shot clock onto our scoreboard. So once again, for Barnesville, Kennedy Gray, Sydney Strand, Kenzie Scogan, Abby John, Emily Smith, your starters. For DGF, Gabrielle Tucker, Michaela Winter, Peyton Backus, Kaylee Peterson, and Aria Garrett. Garrett will line up with Emily Smith, and we're underway, and the Rebels will win the tip. It comes to Peyton Backus. Backus quickly dishes it off to Gabrielle Tucker. Tucker now outside for Winter. Winter with a couple dribble, nearly lost it, and they did lose it. Abby John picks up the steal. Still 0-0, and coming back the other way, Strand back to John. Nice to see John on the court. She hasn't played a game for Barnesville since early December or late December last season when she tore her ACL against East Grand Forks. So it's good to see her recovering from that and back on the court here for the Barnesville Trojans. That's Abby John with the ball now. She'll fire it near wing into the hands of Kennedy Gray. Gray works it inside for Sydney Strand, and that shot is blocked. And we're still at 0-0. Bringing it back here is Gabrielle Tucker. Tucker, right-handed dribble, feeds it outside, teeing it up for 3. Oh, wait, no, fake me out on that one. Backus will get it to Winter. Loose ball, comes out to Tucker. Long 2 on the way, missed it. And it's saved in bounds to Michaela Winter thanks to Garrett. Garrett gets it right back to Gabrielle Tucker, and we have a timeout, or a whistle, I mean to say. So John will bring it up over the timeline with 16:53 and counting to go here in the first half. On the near wing is Sydney Strand. Strand up top here for Kennedy Gray. Gray works it inside for Emily Smith to the near mid post. She pops it back out to Kennedy Gray. Missed shot. Strand with the rebound. Throws it up top there for Sydney Strand. I checked that. Smith with the rebound. And now a 3 on the way, and that's no good out of the hands of Kennedy Gray. And the rebound comes down to DGF. Quickly down the court is Tucker. Tucker, outlet pass to the near corner. Now dribbling up was Peterson. She gives it off for Winter for a 3-pointer. That one's off the back iron, and it will not go. And the loose ball will come to Sydney Strand. Strand with the right-handed dribble tosses it over to Kenzie Scogan. Scogan tried to dish a pass down low to Emily Smith, but it'll go out of bounds, and it's last touched by DGF, so stay with the Barnesville Trojans. Baseline inbounds pass for Kennedy Gray. Gray will loft it up right into the hands of Gabrielle Tucker, and that is a turnover, and Tucker takes it to the hoop and cannot make the shot. And nice job. Ooh, that one had to hurt. She run into the garbage can on the near sideline there, Sydney Strand did, but it'll be Barnesville basketball as she was able to successfully, oh no, I guess it will be DGF basketball, so my apologies. I thought she got it off the leg of the DGF defender when it went out of bounds, but she didn't. Teeing it up for 3. Are these the first points? No, Michaela Winter gets the rebound. Winter, a couple dribbles, and lost it into the Barnesville bench. Scogan will trigger it in for Abby John. 15:49 and counting to go here in the first half, and we're still looking for our first bucket of the basketball game. Near wing, Kennedy Gray now up top for Strand. Strand will get a screen from Scogan. Give it right back to Emily Smith. Smith now over to John. John with that right-handed dribble, fades over to the right side and then gets it up to Kennedy Gray. Gray quickly down to Smith on the baseline, and a foul is going to be charged to Aria Garrett.
Fouls on the Rebels, number 25, Aria Garrett. Her first personal foul, team's first. At the line, shooting free throw.
So we have something other than a turnover into the stat book now, and it's a foul on Aria Garrett. And here's Emily Smith with some free throw opportunities, and it bounces in and out. 0 for 1 from the Barnesville Booster Club free throw line. And the second one will drop in. And we got our first point of the game, and it comes with 15:23 to go here. Emily Smith 1, the DGF Rebels 0 so far here in this contest. Inbounds pass as Tucker brings it over. Tucker with that right-handed dribble trying to get by Kennedy Gray, drives into the paint and drops it in. And we have our first lead change of the game. It's 2-1 Rebels. 15 and change to go. Here's John, dishes it off there for Kennedy Gray. Gray over to Strand. Strand now over to Abby John in that far corner. Drives the baseline, stops, pops it back up to the top of the key. Looks left, dribbles right, finds Scogan on the baseline, and she'll get the basket. And now it's 3-2 and a steal. Kenzie Scogan quickly to Sydney Strand, out of bounds. Who will go to? He'll stay with the Rebels, or stay with the Trojans, excuse me. Inbounds pass comes to Smith, up top to Scogan now. Scogan quickly in the corner for Strand, and the shot is blocked by Peyton Backus. Nice defense there by the Rebels. 3.5 minutes gone and only 5 points scored here early in this one. John tees it up for a three, and no, she traveled. It's going to be a turnover. Loose ball along the baseline, and they're saying she stepped out. Oh no, it's a foul, I think, or is it not a foul? Okay, yeah, so she did step out of bounds. It's Barnesville ball. Up top to Emily Smith. Emily Smith, right-handed dribble, gets it to Strand. Strand floats it up for Scogan for a three. No, that's off the mark. Smith swats the rebound back into Sydney Strand. Tried to dish a pass across that was intercepted there by Michaela Winter. And now a little trap in the backcourt. Michaela Winter gets the ball back, fires it over to Backus for a three. Yes, she got it. And that gives the Rebels a 5-3 lead. Third lead change of the game. Still no ties outside of 0-0, which doesn't officially count as a tie in the stat book. Here's Abby John. A couple of dribbles to the low baseline, a little strong. Battle for the rebound, and Peyton Backus will win it. Backus will control the ball back. Get it to Tucker. Down to the baseline, back to Backus. Backus, right-handed, runs into a double team. Finds her teammate down low, and scoring the bucket is Kaylee Peterson. And that is the first time in this game that one of these teams have scored back-to-back buckets without the other team scoring in between. And they have built themselves a 7-3 lead as a result. Scogan down to the baseline for Smith, back to Scogan, now around the horn here to Abby John. Quickly into the corner there, that's Kennedy Gray. Gray with a right-handed dribble, bounce pass over to Scogan. Scogan, pass intercepted by Tucker, another turnover for the Trojans. Here's Tucker, hands it off to Backus. Backus cuts into the lane on a right-handed dribble and finds the basket. And we have a timeout. With 12:44 to go in the first half, it's the DGF Rebels 9 and the Barnesville Trojans 3. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network. All right, welcome back. 12:43 to go here in the first half. A 9-3 ball game. Kenzie Scogan and Emily Smith account for the 3 Barnesville points so far.
Fouls on the Rebels, number 5, Michaela Winter. Her first personal foul, team second.
Michaela Winter picks up her first personal. 12:36 and counting to go here as they'll get it up top for Strand. Strand over to John. John looks to the left, fires to the right to Gray. Gray looking inside for Emily Smith. She'll dish it up top, around the horn over to Abby John. John stutter steps left, goes to the right, tries to feed it inside, pass deflected, and ends up in the hands of Michaela Winter, and then a strip by Kenzie Scogan and a travel as a result. I think DGF had the ball when they traveled, but I'm not sure. There was a lot of action going on in there. No, it was Barnesville who traveled, so Barnesville will turn it over. So DGF has all the fouls, and Barnesville has all the turnovers so far in this game. And the teams have, both of these teams out of the gate struggled to score points, and DGF looking to add to it right now. I want to bounce off the rim on that three-pointer. Emily Smith will grab the rebound, kick it out to Scogan. Scogan will bring it down the near wing. Now up top for Abby John, 19-9 away from the hoop at the top of the key. Shovels it over to Sydney Strand. Bounce pass now to Gray. Gray down to the baseline for Smith. Long 2 on the way, a little strong. And Michaela Winter will pull down the rebound. Back come the Rebels. Up the court is Tucker. Tucker will spin on John to the top of the key. Give it up there for Peterson. Peterson to Backus. Backus inside for Garrett, and she scores.
Rebels basketball, number 25, Aria Garrett.
11-3 now here for the DGF Rebels. Trying to catch up on my DGF scoring here. I missed a bucket somewhere. Emily Smith grabs her first bucket, not from the free throw line, and now a steal. Here's Abby John. She'll take it to the hoop, and there'll be a blocking foul. Stopping the clock with 10:32 to go.
15, Kaylee Peterson. First personal foul, team's third. At the line, shooting for the Trojans, number 23.
Kaylee Peterson, Aria Garrett, and Michaela Winter have the 3 fouls for DGF. And John's free throws up and in.
Subbing in for the Rebels, number 10, Michaela Bielan. And for the Trojans, number 3, Jada Lanchas. Subbing for the Trojans, number 30, Ava Pauling-Snell.
So Abby John will go 1 of 2. Up the far sideline come the Rebels. As there we go, now the person on the court started the clock. Oh, and that one's going to be poked away and stolen there by Sydney Strand. Strand will take it to the hoop, left it a little bit short. Rebound comes down to the Rebels, Michaela Bielan. And Bielen will get it to Tucker. Tucker moves it up quickly into the corner. Peterson for a three. Got it! Kaylee Peterson with a triple. She has 5 points on the night now, and it's a 14-6 lead here for the DGF Rebels. Strand directing traffic from up top. Now fires it over near side here for Jada Bonchus. Bonchus into the corner for Smith. Smith backed up quickly inside to Scogan. She couldn't get the hoop to go, and Garrett pulls down the rebound. Garrett with an outlet pass, and now quickly down the court. It's thrown down to Bielen. Now Backus for a three. No, a little strong. Chasing down the rebound is Sydney Strand. Strand will start the dribble up court here with 9:37 and counting to go in the first half of play from the Barnesville Sports Arena. Scogan has it on the near wing. Bounce pass down to the corner for Smith. Back to Scogan now. 9:27 to go. They'll work it back down to the baseline for Smith. Quickly out top. Bonchus for three, and it bounces off the rim. And the rebound is tipped into the hands of Aria Garrett. Garrett will outlet it there to Kaylee Peterson. Peterson gets it into the hands of Tucker. Tucker down to the baseline, back out to Peterson for a three. Left it a little short. Garrett will get the rebound, send it back out as the Rebels regain possession of the basketball. Nice bounce pass into Peterson. And now Sydney Strand tried to rip it away, and we have a foul here on DGF.
Foul on number 15, Kaylee Peterson. The second personal foul, team score.
Oh, that bucket by Smith was a 3, 5. I don't know. I have 6 points for Barnesville. They have 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 in my scorebook. There's a three-pointer.
Kenny Gray way downtown.
So Kenny Gray with a triple. And I was right, the scoreboard was wrong. So they added, Kennedy Gray had a triple. They only put 2 points on there. And now, well, we'll figure it out at halftime if it's going to be 14-9 or 14-10. That's the question. With the ball is Bielen. She took it to the hoop, couldn't get it to go. They'll battle for the rebound, and taking it away there's Ava Fallingstad, a 5'8" sophomore, getting some time here on the floor for the Barnesville Trojans. Okay, the scoreboard in the gym shows 14-9, so let's know check. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Now everything matches up. So my scoreboard was right the whole time. It is 14-9. Here's Fallingstad with it. Get it to Bonchus. Now up top to Scogan. Scogan dribbles to the right side, back to Fallingstad on the baseline. And collision on the pass there. Kennedy Gray picks it up. Steps back, tries to drive the baseline, runs into a double team, kicks out to Scogan, back inside for Smith, and now wide open for a three is Gray, but she can't get it to go in. And Kenzie Scogan gets the rebound and the 2 points.
Foul on the Trojans, number 2, Kennedy Gray. Her first personal foul, team second.
Okay, now they have 12 points on the scoreboard. Quickly inside to Garrett, and that one's up and in. Aria Garrett with her second basket of the night. She has 4 points. Kennedy Gray lost her balance underneath and gave up the ball.
Foul on the Trojans, number 2, Kennedy Gray. Her second personal foul, team third. Subbing in for the Trojans,
DGF took the lead at 5-3. They eventually build that lead up to 9-3, and now Barnesville's chipped away at that deficit. Tucker gets it up to, I believe that's Backus there with the ball. And that one's poked away, and her foot was almost on the line, but the referee was saying it was tipped. Speaking of it being tipped, battle for possession, we got a foul. on DGF. 6:50 to go here in the first half. With the ball now is Strand. Strand fires, oh, I'm sorry, that is Bonchus. Now Strand has it. And Strand tries to toss one up as she lost her balance, maybe took a shot down below unintentionally, and DGF will get the rebound and bring it back. Backus. Oh, and a timeout is called by DGF. I thought for a moment they were going to call it travel there, but it's a full timeout from DGF. 16-12 is our score with 6:23 to go in the first half of play. We'll keep it here. We'll thank some of our sponsors, including DGF High School, Tommy's Express Car Wash, KLN Family Brands, and Doolittle's Wood Fire Grill. Proudly bringing you DGF Rebels sports, select games of the DGF Rebels this winter sports season, just to clarify. And then on the flip side there, Barnesville Senex bringing you your pregame show. The Barnesville Booster Club bringing you your free throw tosses, along with Barnesville Drug and Hardware. Ratzo's Pool Hall bringing you your scoreboard tonight. The Purple Goose Eatery and Drinkery, Willow Creek Insurance, Dean's Bulk Service, and the Pitchfork. Been to all those places at least twice. 16-12. Let's double check our scorebook here and make sure that everything matches up. And it does so far. So right now, Kennedy Gray and Emily Smith with 3 points. Kenzie Scogan with 4. Abby John with 1. 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Unofficial numbers for DGF. Gabrielle Tucker with 2. Michaela Winter with 0. Peyton Backus with 5. Kaylee Peterson with 5. Aria Garrett with 4. And I missed who got that basket. Okay, that was B. Ellen who gets into the scorebook for the first time. And it's now 18-12. At least it should be. The scoreboard in the gym shows 16-12. And now it shows 19-12. I think they're having issues with the scoreboard. That shot's off the mark. Bringing it back the other way, here's B. Ellen. Down low, number 24, that's Ella Olson, a 5'8" junior forward for the Rebels. Loose ball, possession retained by the Rebels. Hands it off there for Bielen. Bielen with a little floater and can't get it to go out. Pops it out for Backus. Corner 3, bounces in and out. Garrett with the rebound underneath, and she traveled, right? Oh, she was fouled. Okay. So another Barnesville foul. That puts them at 4 now, while DGF has 5. It's the first one on Sydney Strand.
Foul on the shoulders, number 5, Sydney Strand. The first personal foul, team scored.
Corner 3, not good. That was B. Ellen on the attempt. Rebound underneath, and the putback by Peyton Backus.
DGF basket by number 12, Peyton Backus.
Backus with 7 points now. Strand from about 20 feet out took a look at the basket, now put the ball to the floor. Works it up top here between the circles for Abby John. John dishes it off near side for Bonchus. Bonchus back up top for Scogan. Scogan communicating, directing traffic. Now Scogan will set a screen for Strand. Strand will go to the right side, down the right side of the lane. A couple passes later, it's Fallingstad with the basketball. And now Strand back to Abby John. 4:19 and counting to go here, and Abby John into the lane, and it's a foul on somebody.
Foul on the Rebels, number 24, Ella Olson. First personal foul, team 6.
Ella Olson picking up her first. Inbounds pass to Fallingstad, now to Scogan. Back over to John in the corner. Fakes the shot, drives the baseline. Fallingstad is there, left it short. And the rebound comes down to the Rebels. Back the other way is Backus. Backus, who touched it last? The Rebels did, so that'll be a turnover for DGF. Stops the clock with exactly 4 minutes to go. 20-12 here as we approach the final 4 minutes of the first half. Strand with the basketball, right-handed dribble, drives down to the near side of the lane. Lost it into the hands of Bonchis. Couple passes later, it'll go over the head of Abby John, courtesy of Fallingstad. And that is another turnover for the Barnesville Trojans, and they've had plenty of them this half. Tucker will bring it up over the timeline, being guarded by John. She'll move to the right side, pick up her dribble, needs a little bit of help, throws it in. Scogan will intercept it. Scogan with a quick pass to John. She had to save it as momentum was taking it out of bounds. And now coming back, here's Winter, feeds it over to Tucker. Tucker now outside, Backus for three out the front of the rim, it won't go. Scogan battling for the rebound. Was she out of bounds? I think she was. Scogan and Bjelland were going after the rebound, and Bjelland got to the ball, but her momentum was following her, making her fall backwards. And now be a turnover here for DGF. 3 minutes to go. Smith got it. Emily Smith makes it a 6-point ball game. And Garrett underneath. Got her own rebound, missed the second shot. And now the loose ball rebound finds its way into the hands of Tucker. Tucker will get it back. Tucker takes it to the lane and a little right-handed dribble into a right-handed hook shot. Loose ball rebound comes to Backus. That shot, I think, missed everything. I looked down for a split second. And another turnover here for DGF. 2:22 and counting. Abby John gets the screen from Scogan. Now she'll try and slice her way into the lane. Gives it to Strand. Back out to John. John looking inside. Dribbles her way out of an unintentional double team there as Strand was kind of stuck in the corner. Working down to Scogan. Now Strand for a three. It's a good look off the front of the rim. Rebound comes right out to Abby John. Scogan will tee it up for a three. She got it! 7 for Scogan now, according to my numbers. And it's 20-17. With the basketball is Winter, and that will stop the clock with 1:34 to go.
Foul on the Trojans. Number 10, Francisco. The first personal foul, team spill.
They'll work it over to Peterson. Peterson dribbles it back up to the top of the key for Backus. Backus right, then left. Tucker into the paint, out top for Winter. Looks like the basket. Tries to back up Scogan. Loose ball and turnover. And now the Trojans have a chance to tie it up unofficially. The scoreboard in the gym says 21, but I have everything at 20. So we'll double check the halftime score and we'll let you know if it's a 1-point difference or not. Here's Strand with it on the near wing. Looking inside for Smith. Doesn't like the opportunity. Now feeds it into her. Smith will turn on her defender, and the ball will be swatted out of bounds. It'll go back to DGF as on the missed shot. Inside a minute to go now. And a miscommunication there, and Scogan picks up the steal. It's a 3-on-1 back the other way. Scogan takes it herself and gets fouled. I'll stop the clock with 39 seconds to go.
Number 10, Michaela Biel. The second personal foul, team 7.
Scogan with 9. She has a chance to enter the double-digit club if she can connect on this. And she will not. Rebound comes down, and now it's out of bounds. 35 seconds to go here in the first half. And that's a one-possession basketball game right now. As Barnesville's cut away at that lead, or cut away at that deficit, however you want to look at it. A little pressure by John on Tucker in the backcourt, gets up to Backus, and now Peterson on the baseline. Tried to fire one over to Winter. Scogan got the interception, got it up court to Strand, nearly lost it. Strand with a pass to Abby John, and she scores. Abby John has 3 points now. The first one came from the free throw line. Oh, they're saying she has 4. And we're tied at 21, potentially. And that'll do it.
The score at the half, DGF 21, Barnesville 21.
We're going to go down and double check the scoring. They announced 21-21. I believe it is actually 21-20. When we come back from the commercial break, I'll have the answer for you. And we'll return after this here on Magnitude Sports.
Barnesville Cenex is your one-stop shop in Barnesville for gas, snacks, beverages, and more, including fresh Sandy's Donuts each day of the week. Barnesville Cenex has the Caribou Coffee Kiosk open daily as well. Don't forget, you can pick up automobile supplies, and Barnesville Cenex is your hunting and fishing license headquarters. Barnesville Cenex. Call 218-354-2139 or stop in at 619 Front Street North in Barnesville. Barnesville Cenex wishes the Trojans the best of luck in today's game.
Dean's Bulk Service C-Stores in Barnesville and Sabin are your stops for high-quality Arco gas and diesel fuels, plus a car wash in Barnesville. Don't forget to pick up your favorite snacks and beverages as well. Dean's Bulk Service is your preferred choice. We're going to bring it back here for this performance of the Sue's Dance Studio dancers.
All right, so welcome back. This is the elite team that you're getting the pleasure of watching here from Sue's Dance Studio right here in Barnesville. And it is 21-21 as Michaela Biella, and I had her down for 2 points, but they recorded it as a three-pointer. So that's where the 1 point difference was at on DGF, and I had Barnesville exactly right from the start. So it was a two-pointer. It was a three-pointer instead of a two-pointer from Michaela Biellen on her only basket of the game so far. And that is where we sit right now. At 1 point, DGF led by a score of 9-3, and they held on to that lead right until the very end, where we're tied at 21 thanks to a basket by Abby John in the final 15 seconds of that first half. So we had 3 lead changes and 1 tie, and that 1 tie was 21-21. I got a new pen here, so I can actually read my writing now. Gabrielle Tucker has 2 points in the first half. Michaela Biellen with 3. Peyton Backus leads the way right now with, 3-5-7. Kaylee Peterson has 5 points. Aria Garrett has 4 points. Over on the Barnesville side, it's Kennedy Gray with 3 points. Kenzie Scogan leading the way right now with 3-5-7-9 points. She missed a free throw that would have given her 10 points. Abby John is 2 for 2 from the free throw line plus a bucket. She has 4 points. And Emily Smith has 2 for 5 points. Emily Smith 1 for 2. Abby John 2 for 2. Kenzie Scogan 0 for 1 from the free throw line. That's 2 for 5. That is 3 of 5 as a team, or 60% in the first half from the Barnesville Booster Club free throw line. For the DGF Rebels, they had no free throw attempts, so they are 0 for 0 from the free throw line in the first half. So we're knotted up at 21 between the 1-0 Barnesville Trojans and the 1-2 DGF Rebels. We're back here on Magnitude Sports and the DGF YouTube channel in just a moment on Magnitude Sports.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200. Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Ratzo's Pool Hall. You can find them at 205 Front Street in Barnesville. When you head over to Ratzo's Pool Hall, expect cold beverages, tasty and crispy pizza, as well as a friendly staff. Search for Ratzo's Pool Hall on Facebook, give the page a like and follow so you can keep up to date with all the daily specials, new menu additions, and dates of special events such as karaoke and musical artists. Don't forget, if the Barnesville Trojans are playing, you can watch the game at Ratzo's Pool Hall. They invite you to stop by after the game. 205 Front Street in Barnesville, Ratzo's Pool Hall. Just a fun little place in a small town.
Barnesville Drug and Hardware is your local Health Mart pharmacy and Hardware Hank store in Barnesville. Open weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays until noon. Stop in at 117 Front Street to select your next grill or smoker. Choose from a wide variety including Pit Boss, Weber, Traeger, and Blackstone. Let one of Barnesville Drug and Hardware's friendly team members help you pick the grill or smoker that's just right for you. Search Barnesville Drug and Hardware on Facebook and give them a like and follow. Barnesville Drug and Hardware wishes the Barnesville Trojans the best of luck in this game and this season.
Established in 1989, the charitable mission of the Barnesville Booster Club is to support local charities and organizations, especially those involving kids and youth. Learn more about the Barnesville Booster Club by following the Barnesville Booster Club Facebook page, where you can get more information on member drives, upcoming events, and more. You can also learn more by contacting the Barnesville High School office, and the Barnesville Booster Club can also be followed on Twitter. The Barnesville Booster Club wishes the Trojans the best of luck this sports season. Go Trojans!
The domestic dog, a relative of the wild wolf, now a gentle, loyal member of your family. And through the good times and the more challenging, we love them no matter what. That's why we feed them the best. Nutrisource is the kind of clean, premium food you'd feed a loyal pet who would follow you to the ends of the earth, even when you don't want them to. Don't just feed your pet, nourish their whole body. Nutrisource, where pet health begins.
All right, welcome back to the Barnesville Sports Arena. We're about getting ready to start the second half of this varsity matchup, section matchup between the DGF Rebels and the Barnesville Trojans. And wherever you're watching from, whether it is right here on Magnitude Sports on the DGF YouTube channel, or maybe from Ranso's Pool Hall tonight, or maybe from the comfort of your own living room, wherever you may be watching from, we appreciate you tuning in and hope that you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. All right, made some adjustments on the camera there to get rid of that static or whatever it was. Abby John gives the Barnesville Trojans their first lead since the score was 1-0. And that shot is off the front of the rim. Michaela Winter gets the rebound. We're tied up again at 23. Scogan has it up top now here for the Trojans. Right-handed dribble, passes off the right side for Abby John, who's looking inside, doesn't find anybody home. Pops it back up top for Sydney Strand. 16:50 to go, second half, tied at 23. Here's Emily Smith. Head and shoulder fake, fires it out there for Kennedy Gray. Kennedy Gray had that one popped away. It's tipped right back to Kennedy Gray. Now Sydney Strand has it. Corner, Scogan, three is up and in! Kenzie Scogan gives the Barnesville Trojans a 26-23 lead. And back the other way. I'm telling you, we'll get these points right here eventually. 26-23 is our score, I promise you. Here's Michaela Winter over on the far side. Left-handed dribble. No, check that. Right-handed dribble, excuse me. Now 2 passes later, Backus has it. Garrett tried to set a screen. Now Backus will tee it up for a 3. Strong off the left side of the glass. Rebound comes out to the top of the key into the hands there of Michaela, or check that, Gab Tucker. And now it's poked away. And Kennedy Gray to the hoop and cannot get it to go in. John with the rebound and got it up and in. So Abby John with the offensive board puts the bucket up. She has 6 points on the evening now, and it's a 5-point lead for the Barnesville Trojans, their biggest lead of the night so far. And there's another turnover. And back-to-back turnovers could lead to back-to-back buckets. Sydney Strand for three. No, off the front of the rim. Garrett gets the rebound. And the Rebels will bring it back, trailing by 5. 15 minutes and change to go. Here's Backus into the lane, and it will not roll in, but she will get the foul. It's the first one of the second half. I'll start the clock with 15:07 to go here.
Foul on the Trojans, number 40, Emily Smith. Her second personal foul.
Emily Smith picks up her second. Peyton Backus to the free throw line. It's the first trip to the free throw line tonight for the Rebels. And it's up and in. Peyton Backus with that free throw makes it 8 points on the evening.
Number 12, Peyton Backus.
Second free throw on the way, and that one bounces off. Rebound chased down by Kennedy Gray. Gray will bring it up court, up the right side with the right-handed dribble. Runs into Winter. Now Scogan has it. Scogan over to Strand. Thought about the three, head and shoulder fake to the left, dribbles to the right, and got rejected by the bottom of the rim. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt there. As double teamed was Tucker. Tucker gets it up over the timeline there to Backus. Backus to Garrett, back out to Backus, and it's tipped out of bounds by Sydney Strand. That one's in and out. Emily Smith now up to Strand, over to Scogan. Scogan feeds it back to Smith. Back out top, Abby John for a three, and she got it.
Abby John from way downtown.
Abby John, 4 points in the first half. With that three, she has 5 in the second half and 9 on the night. It's Tucker now. Tucker gets fouled.
Fouls on the Trojans. Number 5, Sydney Strand. Her second personal foul, team second.
Nobody from either team in serious foul trouble at the moment. There's no player on either roster with more than 2 at this point in time. And a steal, and Garrett somehow rips it away. And Garrett goes to the hoop, scores and gets fouled.
Basket's good. Fouls on the Trojans. Number 10, Kenzie Scogan. Her second personal foul, team's third.
31-26. No, the free throw's missed. "13 minutes and change to go here as Kennedy Gray has it. Now over to Smith. Smith up top to Scogan, sort of up top. Cross-court pass near wing Abby John. Fakes to the left, dribbles to the right, spins to the left, and she gets fouled by Peyton Backus. Backus picks up her first, I believe.
Fouls on the Rebels. Number 12, Peyton Backus. Her first personal foul, team's first. At the line, shooting free throws for the Trojans. Number 23, Abby John.
John's free throw is in and out.
Subbing in for the Rebels. Number 10, Michaela Bialka.
That's her first missed free throw of the evening. Second free throw, in. 75% free throw shooter tonight is Abby John, and we got a timeout on the floor. Your score, 32-26 in favor of the Barnesville Trojans. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Call, text, email Jack, Rhonda, or Terry with questions and get a quote today. The Purple Goose Eatery and Drinkery, located at 310 Front Street South in Barnesville, open every day from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week. Burgers, salad, pizzas, sandwiches, they got you covered. Daily specials on all food and beverage items on the menu as well. They're located, once again, 310 South Front Street, Barnesville, 2 blocks from Barnesville Senior High School. Order online, purplegoose2go.com, or text your order to 218-321-1963. All right, welcome back. 13:23 to go here in the first half, or second half, excuse me, and some full court pressure here from the Trojans. DGF will work it to the other side of the timeline. With the basketball, it's B. Allen, and now open for a 3 and puts it up. Garrett will get the rebound, and did she carry, or what's the call? Oh, there's a foul on Barnesville. That's the call. 4th team foul for Barnesville here.
Emily Smith, the 3rd personal foul, team score.
And a little bit early in the first half to have four team fouls. The foul was on Emily Smith. She's the first player to have 3 fouls for either team. Nice job by Bielen, and that one just bounces off. Bielen fights for her own rebound, gets it. A couple passes later, Tucker has it. Tucker shifts directions, gets it to Peterson. Peterson tries to, and travels. She tried to make a move in the paint there on Kenzie Scogan, but shuffled her feet. And that will cost the Rebels the basketball. So the Trojans had turnover trouble in the first half. The DGF Rebels are starting to have turnover trouble here in the second half. They find themselves down 32-26, and there's another turnover for Barnesville. So inbounds pass will come into Tucker. She'll be guarded in the backcourt by John Loosely. Just to clarify, her name's not John Loosely. Should have put a comma in there. Bielen, it looked like a clean block from up here, but apparently there was some contact made, and there's another foul. It's team foul number 5 on Barnesville here. Kennedy Gray now has 3 fouls. So after Barnesville stays out of foul trouble in that first half, come back, tie the game, then they get a lead, and now they start getting into foul trouble here and giving free opportunities for points from the free throw line here for the Rebels. And Bielen connects on both of them. Bielen with 5 points with those 2 free throws. And that one's up and in.
Barnesville basket by number 23, Abby John.
And Abby John, after a quiet first half, has doubled her first half numbers here in the second half. That one rolls off the rim. Garrett gets the rebound up top, thought about the 3, puts the ball to the floor, drives to the basket, in and out, won't go. Kenzie Scogan gets the rebound off the missed shot by Peyton Backus. Back the other way, Scogan fires it over here to Bonchis. Bonchis up top for Abby John. John will dribble the right side. Defenders will switch. Scogan has it now. Works it down for Fallenstad. Back over to Scogan. Up to Strand. Strand bounces it in for Fallenstad, and she had to chase after it there. One dribble, it's a double dribble. She turned it over.
Settling for the Trojans, number 2, Kennedy Gray, and number 40, Emily Smith.
34-28 on the turnover there by Barnesville. 11-13 and counting to go here in the second half. Here's Tucker with the basketball. Gives it up there for Bielen. Bielen to Backus. Backus looking inside for Garrett, but well defended. And now Peterson. Loose pass picked up there by Bielen. Gets it inside for Garrett, and she draws the foul.
Oh, no, they're saying it's an offensive foul. Wow. Oh, and now a technical has been called, I think.
Fouls on the Rebels, number 25, Maria Grant. The second personal foul, 2 seconds.
34-28, so the pass went inside to Garrett. She tried to muscle her way to the hoop.
At the line, shooting free throw is number 5.
And now Sydney Strand will shoot 2 for a technical. That technical charged, I believe, to the DGF coach. So she's 1 for 2.
Subbing in for the Rebels, number 5.
And now the Barnesville Trojans will get the ball back as a result of the technical foul. So the personal foul. Went on Garrett. And the technical foul, I believe, went to the coach or somebody on the bench. That shot off the mark. Rebound there by Smith. Now Gray puts it up. Smith will track down another rebound. It'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Barnesville. Well, they called, I believe what they did was call a charge on Aria Garrett, and the coach didn't agree with that. And from my vantage point up there, the coach may have had an argument, may have had a case to plead. But the officials are a lot closer than I am, so, but I do have a pretty good eagle's eye view from up here. And pressure in the backcourt. Nice job there by Sydney Strand to pop that pass out of bounds. Takes 1 second off the clock. 10.5 to go. Pressure by the Trojans once again. Inbounds pass comes over to Bielem. And ooh, that was close to over and back. And she's, oh man, she got the pass away just in the nick of time. Her pink sneaker was that close to being on the line. 3 on the way, and that is big if it goes in. Garrett gets the offensive rebound. Now Winter for a 3, and he banks it in. Michaela Winter with a 3, trims the lead to.
Rebels basket by number 5, Michaela Winter.
They're saying it was only a 2-pointer. So instead of a 3-pointer, it's a 2-pointer for Michaela Winter. Inbounds pass comes to Tucker. And that's stolen away. That's Kennedy Gray. Lost it out of bounds, and will stay with Barnesville. Stops the clock with 9:42 to go here in the second half of play. 35-30 as DJF is within 5. Baseline inbounds pass, lobbed up to the top, tipped in the Barnesville bench off the fingertips of Tucker. As that inbounds pass was intended for Emily Smith. They'll take a tick off the clock. We got 9:40 to go, and a timeout by the DGF Rebels. It's a full timeout. We'll take one with them. We'll be back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Ratzel's Pool Hall. You can find them at 205 Front Street in Barnesville. When you head over to Ratzel's Pool Hall, expect cold beverages, tasty and crispy pizza, as well as a friendly staff. Search for Ratzel's Pool Hall on Facebook. Give the page a like and follow so you can keep up to date with all the daily specials, new menu additions, and dates of special events such as karaoke and musical artists. Don't forget, if the Barnesville Trojans are playing, you can watch the game at Ratzel's Pool Hall. They invite you to stop by after the game. 205 Front Street in Barnesville, Ratzel's Pool Hall. Just a fun little place in a small town.
All right, welcome back to action here. 9:35 and counting to go here in the second half. It's a 5-point lead for the Barnesville Trojans. Into the corner, Fallingstad gets it right back off the feed pass into the paint. They'll work it around the circle, around the arc. And now a cross pass back over to Kennedy Gray. Gray inside for Smith. One dribble, makes a move. And Aria Garrett gets the left-handed block out of bounds. It'll stay Barnesville basketball. Aria Garrett, excuse me.
Number 10, Kenzie Scofield, and number 23, Abby John.
.9:16 to go. Baseline inbounds pass will be triggered by John. Gets it into the high post for Emily Smith. Smith over for Bonchus. Bonchus up to Kennedy Gray. Gray looking inside, gets it to Smith. One dribble around Garrett, rolls off the rim. Garrett gets the rebound. Garrett will get it to Tucker. And Tucker brings it all the way down the court. Almost stutter stepped into a travel, got the pass away. Now Backus has it. Back inside for Garrett. Tipped by Smith into the hands of Kennedy Gray, and a foul from behind coming up here on the Rebels.
Foul on the Rebels, number 2, Abby Tucker. The first personal foul, team score.
Gabby Tucker picks up her first. Nobody for DGF has more than 2 right now. John with the basketball, works inside for Smith. Smith back over to Gray, now back to Smith. Smith around Garrett. This time it does drop in. Emily Smith was 7 on the night. Some pressure here by Barnesville, and it works. The inbounds pass batted out of bounds, stops the clock with 8:28 to go. And now Tucker will get it back to Backus. Over the timeline, Backus to the free throw line. Michaela Winter for a 3. Yeah, she got it. It's a 4-point basketball game now, 37-33. Emily Smith, mid-post, had it tipped away, and Backus picks it up. It's another turnover for Barnesville. Had turnover trouble early in the half, cleaned it up to this point. And we'll see if they can keep it cleaned up to minimal turnovers instead of frequent ones. Inside 8 minutes to go here. Backus at the free throw line, hands it off for Bielen. Bielen with a bounce pass here for Tucker. Up top for Michaela Winter. Winter looking to her left, dribbles to the left. Hands it off there for Backus, who cuts into the paint. And no, it won't go. But Garrett's there with the rebound, and that one will go. Aria Garrett has 8 points. And it's a 2-point game at 37-35. Scogan with the basketball into the paint, pops it out. Kennedy Gray avoids a double team, runs into a double team. Emily Smith is there, it won't go. Battle for the rebound, and it comes down to Backus. Backus hands it off in the backcourt here for Tucker. She runs into a double team, sends it back over to Backus. DGF with a chance to tie. The last time this game was tied, the score was 23-23. Into the paint, shot is up off the back of the top backboard, and a loose ball rebound comes up to Abby John, one-on-one, and she gets fouled by Tucker, I do believe.
Foul on number 2, Abby Tucker. Her second personal foul, Team Smith.
So 5 team fouls now.
Number 23, Abby John.
6:51 to go. Abby John, 75% from the free throw line tonight. She's made 3 of 4 from the Barnesville Booster Club free throw line, and that one's going to be off the mark.
Subbing for the Rebels, number 15.
So now she's made 3 of 5.
24, Ella Olsen.
She made 2 in the first. Now she's missed 2 here in the second half. Remains a 2-point game. And that one's up, and that one's out the front of the rim. And the rebound will be tipped by Scogan out to Bonchus, and now John will get it back. John, right-handed dribble, kicks it out for Kennedy Gray behind the 3-point line. John thought about it for a split second there from the corner. Now dribbles into the baseline. Back outside for Gray. Gray to the high post for Smith. Smith had it tipped out to Bonchus. Back over to Gray. Gray, right-handed dribble. Tries to split a double team. Gets it out to John. John runs the baseline. Through a double team, a little short. Smith gets the rebound. She'll dribble it out here. Bonchus for a 3. Got it! 40-35 as the lead goes back to 5 for the Barnesville Trojans. Winter gets it over the timeline there to Tucker, and now 2 passes later here, that is Ella Olsen. 2 more passes later, it is Bielen. Bielen will back up, top of the key, get it down into the corner. Baseline jumper is up and in for Gabrielle Tucker. And we have a timeout with 5:43 to go. It's a 3-point basketball game, 40-37 in favor of the Barnesville Trojans. We're back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Barnesville Drug and Hardware is your local Health Mart Pharmacy and Hardware Hank store in Barnesville. Open weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays until noon. Stop in 117 Front Street, pick up all the essentials for the home, school, and office, including smoke alarms, a wide variety of light bulbs and lighting accessories, plus power cords, envelopes, notepads, pens, glue, tape, highlighters, and much more. Don't forget that Barnesville Drug and Hardware is your Valspar paint headquarters. Barnesville Drug and Hardware. Give them a like and follow on Facebook. Barnesville Drug and Hardware wishes the Trojans the best of luck this sports season. All right, welcome back. 5:44 to go here in the second half. And DGF has battled back, and they trail by 3 right now. They'll put a little pressure into the backcourt here as the inbounds pass comes to Abby John. John finds Strand, and Strand to the hoop and scores. That pushes the lead up to 7. We have an officials timeout here as they kind of lost the ball in the student section for a moment. So 5:28 officially on the clock. And that one will come in to Kaylee Peterson. Peterson shuffles it back over to Winter. And now that's Olsen, and it's tipped out of bounds back to Barnesville. 5:17 to go here in the second half. Inbounds pass comes to John. Up by 5, 42-37. There's been 2 times that DGF has been within a basket of tying. But there's been plenty of times where they've been within 2 baskets of tying, and that's where they sit right now with Barnesville with the basketball. Inside for Scogan, outside for Gray, almost mishandled it. Now they get it back to John, courtesy of the pass from Smith. Cross court to Scogan. Scogan travels. Scogan went for a split second, thought about teeing it up for a 3, shuffled her feet on that tee up, and then put the ball to the floor, and she drove to the baseline, and that's what drew the travel. And DGF gets past the timeline. Peterson inside paint jumper won't go. Abby John with the rebound. It's a 2-on-2 back the other way. John will take it to the hoop herself. Smith battles for the rebound, but Garrett steals it away from her. And now Scogan goes in, and she ties it up, and now give Barnesville the basketball back on the jump ball. Nice job there by Kenzie Scogan. And we have an immediate foul. I'm going to make an adjustment on our camera here. Okay.
Fouls on the Rebels, number 25, Aria Garrett. A good personal foul, team 6. At the line, shooting free throws for the Trojans, number 23, Abby John.
So Aria Garrett is the first Rebel to have 3 fouls in this game. And Abby John will connect on the free throw. Abby John, 4 points in the first half. She has 11 more for a total of 15 here in the second half. And a chance to get 1 more point added to that tally here if she can connect on this one. And she does.
Timeout taken by the Trojans, a full timeout.
5 of 7 from the free throw line for Abby John so far in this basketball game. All of her misses have come here in the second half. We have a timeout, 44-37 in favor of the Barnesville Trojans. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in 30 here with more of this second half here in just a moment.
Established in 1989, the charitable mission of the Barnesville Booster Club is to support local charities and organizations, especially those involving kids and youth. Learn more about the Barnesville Booster Club by following the Barnesville Booster Club Facebook page, where you can get more information on member drives, upcoming events, and more. You can also learn more by contacting the Barnesville High School office, and the Barnesville Booster Club can also be followed on Twitter. The Barnesville Booster Club wishes the Trojans the best of luck this sports season. Go Trojans!
Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Call, text, email Jack, Rhonda, or Terry with questions and get a quote today. All right, welcome back out of the timeout here. It is Barnesville 44 and DGF 37. Barnesville put the full court pressure on. Inbounds pass comes to Tucker. 4:21 and counting to go. Tucker to Backus. Backus across the timeline. Backus over to Michaela Winter. Winter back to Backus. Backus with that left-handed dribble to the free throw line. Kicks it out. Catch and shoot three is off the mark there for Michaela Bielen, but the rebound comes back to DGF. They'll work it up top here for Backus. Backus, one dribble to the right side for Tucker. Tucker with that left-handed dribble to the top of the key. Back over to Bielen on that far side. This time she'll drive into the paint. Too strong off the back of the iron, and that's Kenzie Scogan with the rebound as John brings it over the timeline. 44-37 on the Ratsos Pool Hall scoreboard in favor of the Barnesville Trojans, and the carry on Barnesville. So they'll give the ball back to DGF. Both teams with 6 fouls here in the second half. So the next foul will send the opposite team into the 1-and-1 bonus. Over to Backus. Backus down to the corner for Winter. Winter gets stepped up on by John. Back to Backus. And a reach-in foul on Kenzie Scogan. And that will put DGF in the 1-and-1 bonus. We need to add a few more fouls here for the Rebels. They actually have 6. Peyton Backus, 1 for 1 from the free throw line tonight. That one came earlier here in the second half. And that one's in, so it's make one and get one, and she's going to get one. The Rebels, more on that thought here in a moment, are no longer perfect from the free throw line. Can't accuse me of the jinx. That should be a jump ball, and the possession will favor the Rebels. And a quick steal, back up to Abby John. Turnovers on both sides, and John scores. Back the other way now is Bielen. 46-38. The Rebels can still put together a comeback here. They got just under 3 minutes to do it. 2:52 to be exact, as the ball is poked out of bounds, and it'll remain Rebel basketball. And that one will roll out of bounds. Who's going to get it? Barnesville will. Now DGF, a little bit of pressure in the backcourt, and John traveled. She passed the ball after that second foot hit the floor, and that was just a little bit too late on the pass. .238 and counting to go now here in the second half, and DGF has a little bit of work to do. Here's Backus with the basketball. Works it in for Garrett, and that's a good move. Garrett to the hoop, and no, it rolls off. She gets her own rebound, battles through a triple team, and earns the foul. She'll earn a trip to the free throw line. It's in the act of shooting, so she's going to get 2 regardless.
Number 23, Abby John. Her first personal foul, team's 8. At the line, shooting free throws for the Rebels, number 25, Aria Garrett.
Abby John with 1 foul. Every other Trojan who has fouls has 3. And Garrett will miss that one. It's her first trip to the free throw line tonight. Second one is in. 46-39, it's a 7-point advantage here as Garrett connects on 1 of 2. Pass to Scogan, and from behind it's tipped and poked out of bounds. It'll remain Barnesville basketball, but good defense there by the Rebels. Trying to create any opportunity they can to get the ball back without committing a foul. Abby John gets it in there for Smith, up to Scogan. Back into Smith. Outside Abby John. Baseline, double team, floats it up and in. It's been the Abby John show here in the second half. It was the Kenzie Scogan show in the first half. Garrett cannot hold the rebound, turnover, and it goes back to Barnesville. If Barnesville gets a basket here, that might be enough to seal the deal, but we'll see. Minute 47 and counting. Scogan. Now, if this was this time next year, DGF would have the advantage of a shot clock. And that's an air ball out of bounds. They'll go back to DGF. And a timeout. They'll take a timeout with them. We'll be back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Timeout taken by the
Barnesville Cenex is your one-stop shop in Barnesville for gas, snacks, beverages, and more, including fresh Sandy's Donuts each day of the week. Barnesville Cenex has the Caribou Coffee Kiosk open daily as well. Don't forget, you can pick up automobile supplies, and Barnesville Cenex is your hunting and fishing license headquarters. Barnesville Cenex. Call 218-354-2139 or stop in at 619 Front Street North in Barnesville. Barnesville Cenex wishes the Trojans the best of luck in today's game.
All right, 1:35 to go. 48-39. Can the Rebels complete a quick comeback? Right to the hoop to Garrett. That may have been partially blocked. Abby John gets the rebound. Abby John will secure it, slow things down, fire it over there to Sydney Strand. I want to say hi to Karen Johnson, who chimed in on the YouTube chat. Thanks for watching, Karen. Appreciate it. Here's Scogan with the basketball and a whistle and a foul on who? Foul on the Rebels. That is foul number 7 on the Rebels, and that puts both teams in a bonus now. Barnesville has 8 fouls. DGF has 7 fouls now.
At the line, shooting bonus for the Trojans, number 10, Kenzie Scogan.
And she'll miss it. Garrett will get the rebound. Quickly down the court is Bielen. Over to Backus at the high post. Stopped. Swings it around for Winter, and she travels. She didn't get set before moving her feet. Still more turnovers for Barnesville, but Sydney Strand just goes right down the court and scores. It was almost like the Rebels were
chess pieces not moving on the board, and she just dribbled right around all of them, right to the hoop and scored. 50-39, 36 seconds to go. That shot's off. Sydney Strand gets the rebound. Strand out to Kennedy Gray. Kennedy Gray will dribble up high on the far side, hand it off to Abby John. 20 seconds to go. Now back to Strand, or check that, Gray. Now Scogan has it. Once again, the players can hold the ball for a maximum of 5 seconds before they have to pass or dribble. Although it seems like that may have been more than 5 seconds there. And that'll do it. That's your final score. The Barnesville Trojans 50 and the DGF Rebels 39.
The DGF Rebels 39, the Barnesville Lady Trojans 50.
We'll take a timeout. We'll add up some numbers. We'll come back with a post-game show right after this. Don't go anywhere. We're back in a moment on Magnitude Sports.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Dean's Bulk Service C-Stores in Barnesville and Sabin are your stops for high-quality Arco gas and diesel fuels, plus a car wash in Barnesville. Don't forget to pick up your favorite snacks and beverages as well. Dean's Bulk Service is your preferred choice for your propane, fuel, diesel, exhaust fluid, and ISO-Clean certified lubricants for your home, farm, and business. Call them 1-800-548-2799 or visit dbsoil.com to see what they can do for you. Ratzel's Pool Hall. You can find them at 205 Front Street in Barnesville. When you head over to Ratzel's Pool Hall, expect cold beverages, tasty and crispy pizza, as well as a friendly staff. Search for Ratzel's Pool Hall on Facebook, give the page a like and follow so you can keep up to date with all the daily specials, new menu additions, and dates of special events such as karaoke and musical artists. Don't forget, if the Barnesville Trojans are playing, you can watch the game at Ratzel's Pool Hall. They invite you to stop by after the game. 205 Front Street in Barnesville, Ratzel's Pool Hall. Just a fun little place in a small town.
Barnesville Drug and Hardware is your local Health Mart pharmacy and hardware Hank store in Barnesville. Open weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays until noon. Stop in at 117 Front Street to select your next grill or smoker. Choose from a wide variety including Pit Boss, Weber, Traeger, and Blackstone. Let one of Barnesville Drug and Hardware's friendly team members help you pick the grill or smoker that's just right for you. Search Barnesville Drug and Hardware on Facebook and give them a like and follow. Barnesville Drug and Hardware wishes the Barnesville Trojans the best of luck in this game and this season.
All right, welcome back here to the Barnesville Sports Arena here as we wrap up our coverage of the first home game of the year for the Barnesville Trojans and the third game, the fourth game of the year here for the DGF Rebels and the second overall game for the Barnesville Trojans. With the win, Barnesville improves to 2-0 on the season and DGF falls to 1-3 on the season. The Barnesville Trojans scored first to take a 1-0 lead. And then DGF would score to make a 2-1 lead. Barnesville would get the lead back at 3-2. DGF would get the lead back at 5-3. They would hang on to that lead until Barnesville would eventually tie it up on a basket by Abby John in the final 15 seconds of the first half to tie it at 21-21. And then that would take us into halftime. Out of halftime, Barnesville would get the first basket to take a 23-21 lead. DGF would tie it up at 23-23, and then a three-pointer would give Barnesville a 26-23 lead, and that would be their final lead change of the game, as Barnesville would take that 26-23 lead and extend it to a 50-39 victory here over the DGF Rebels. So a total of, let's count them up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lead changes and 2 ties. The ties were at 21-21 and 23-23. All the others were lead changes, so 5 lead changes and 2 ties here tonight between the Rebels and the Trojans. Individual numbers for the DGF Rebels, Gabrielle Tucker, the 5'7" senior, 2 fouls and 4 points, a basket in each half. Let's see here. Michaela Winter had one personal foul and 7 points. She scored all 7 of those points in the second half, including her last bucket, which was a three-pointer. Michaela Bielen had 5. She had a 3-point basket in the first half and went 2 of 2 in the second half from the free throw line for a game total of 2 of 2. Peyton Backus had 9 points. 7 of those 9 were in the first half, including a three-pointer to open up the scoring here for DGF. And then she would connect on 2 free throws in the second half. She was 2 for 2 in the game as well. And she had 1 foul. Kaylee Peterson had 2 fouls to go along with 5 points. Peterson was shut down in the second half. All her activity for points came in the first half, and I believe she had 1 foul in each of the halves, if I remember correctly. Ella Olson, no points tonight. She did pick up a personal foul, however. Aria Garrett, the 6-foot freshman, with 9 points, 4 in the first half, 5 in the second half, went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. As a team, the DGF Rebels went 5 of 6 from the free throw line. They scored 21 points in the first half and 18 points in the second half for a game total of 39. So your leading scorer for DGF is Peyton Backus and Aria Garrett. They share the honors. They share the honor with 9 points apiece. For Barnesville, they were led by Abby John. Very quiet in the first half, but she picked up the pace in the second half. 16 of her overall 20 were scored in the second half. More on her stat line in a little bit here. Kennedy Gray with 3 points and 3 personal fouls. Let's see here. Sydney Strand had 5 points, with all 5 of those points coming in the second half. She was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Kenzie Scogan had 12, with 9 of those 12 coming in the first half. She had a pair of 3-pointers, 1 in the first, 1 in the second half, and she went 0 of 1 in both halves for a game total of 0 of 2 from the free throw line. Abby John, 20 points, 4 of those 20 in the first half, where she went 2 for 2 from the free throw line. And then in the second half, let's count them up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She went 3 of 5 in the second half for a game total of 5 of 7. Let's see here. And let's see. She had 1 3-pointer early in the second half Everything else was from the field or from the free throw line for her 20 points on the night and only one foul. Emily Smith had 7 points, 5 of those 7 in the first half, and she went 1 of 2 from the Barnesville Booster Club free throw line. As a team, let's count it up here, 7, 9, 11, 13 attempts from the Barnesville Booster Club free throw line, and they would connect on 7 of those 13. So the Barnesville Trojans go 7 of 13 from the free throw line, while the DGF Rebels go 5 of 6 from the free throw line in the 50-39 victory. The Barnesville Trojans scored 21 in the first half, 30. I misdid the math on that one. Let's see here. 29 in the second half. So Barnesville outscored DGF 29-18 in the second half after coming from behind to tie it at 21 at the halftime mark. So 21-21 at halftime. 21-21 in the first half, 29-18 in the second half to bring us to a final score of 50-39. So those are your look at your individual and team numbers here. Fouls. I didn't go over. Well, let's go over them again just to make sure. Barnesville had 5 in the first half, 7 in the second half. That is a total of 12 fouls in the game. Those 12 fouls were split up to 3 for Emily Smith, 1 for Abby John, 3 for Kenzie Scogan, 3 for Sydney Strand, and 3 for Kennedy Gray. 3, 6, 9. I missed one. Somebody had an extra foul in there, and I didn't write it down. For the DGF Rebels, they had 6 fouls in the first half, 7 in the second half for a total of 13. Those fouls split up, 2 for Gabby Tucker, 1 for Michaela Winter, 2 for Michaela Bielen, 1 for Peyton Backus, 2 for Kaylee Peterson, 1 for Ella Olson, and 3 for Aria Garrett. And so that wraps up your individual numbers. So select a player and or players of the game, and we'll do that here after this short timeout. Back in 60 seconds to wrap up this one here. And maybe 90 seconds. I might have to do one more thing in the background. So we'll be back shortly here on Magnitude Sports.
Barnesville Cenex is your one-stop shop in Barnesville for gas, snacks, beverages, and more, including fresh Sandy's Donuts each day of the week. Barnesville Cenex has the Caribou Coffee Kiosk open daily as well. Don't forget, you can pick up automobile supplies, and Barnesville Cenex is your hunting and fishing license headquarters. Barnesville Cenex. Call 218-354-2139 or stop in at 619 Front Street North in Barnesville. Barnesville Cenex wishes the Trojans the best of luck in today's game.
Dean's Bulk Service C-Stores in Barnesville and Sabin are your stops for high-quality Arco gas and diesel fuels, plus a car wash in Barnesville. Don't forget to pick up your favorite snacks and beverages as well. Dean's Bulk Service is your preferred choice for your propane, fuel, diesel, exhaust fluid, and ISO-Clean certified lubricants for your home, farm, and business. Call them 1-800-548-2799 or visit dbsoil.com to see what they can do for you.
Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Call, text, email Jack, Rhonda, or Terry with questions and get a quote today. All right, welcome back here to the Barnesville Sports Arena as the Barnesville Trojans get a victory here tonight against the DGF Rebels by the final score of 50-39. And thanks once again to those tuning in on the DGF YouTube channel, in addition to those tuning in on Magnitude Sports. And for everybody who chimed in on the chat, we thank you very much. I want to say hi to Sue from Sue's Dance Studio here in Barnesville. She sent me a couple texts during the game, and well, actually one text during the game. And so thanks, Sue, for watching. And just out of all of our sponsors, the ones for DGF, including DGF High School, Tommy's Express Car Wash, Doolittle's Woodfire Grill, KLN Family Brands, and Goldmark Commercial Real Estate, bringing you select coverage of the DGF Rebels this winter. And for the Barnesville Trojans, our friends at Barnesville Cenex, the Pitchfork, Dean's Bulk Service, Purple Goose, Ratzel's Pool Hall, Willow Creek Insurance, Barnesville Drug and Hardware, and the Barnesville Booster Club. And if you'd like to sponsor either the Trojans or the Rebels or both teams, or if you'd like to sponsor the Perham Yellow Jackets, just give us a call or an email, and we can answer your questions on how to get that done, and we'd be happy to have you aboard. All right, so once again, your final score, 50-39. Time to pick your players of the game. And we're going to go one with each side here because I think it's well-deserved. We're actually going to go, well, let's see here. I might have to make a coin toss on this one here. No, we're going to go with one from each side. I was going to go with two from DGF, but I think I have a good reason to narrow it down to one. And then for the Barnesville Trojans here, I think there might be two players that are deserving of it, to be 100% honest with you. But we'll get into more of that here in just a second. Your player of the game for the DGF Rebels, we're going to go with Peyton Backus. She had a somewhat quiet second half, but she really kept the DGF Rebels, for the most part, in the lead in the first half, opening it up with a three-pointer to give the DGF Rebels their first lead of the game at 3-2. And then she would add a couple more quick buckets there. And that really fueled the fire for her teammates. Kaylee Peterson started to get a couple shots off. Michaela Bielen got a couple of shots off, and they both got a couple of threes. Altogether, they got 4 three-pointers in. 12 of their 39 points were scored from behind the three-point arc in this game. And Peyton Backus really was the fuel to get that started. Michaela Winter kind of took it over in the second half, kind of passed the torch from Backus to Winter, but Backus really kept DGF in this game in the first half. And, Barnesville got the lead at 23-21. And then they got the lead again at 26-23. And until Barnesville got that 26-26 lead, that is when Peyton Backus started to quiet down a little bit. So, like I said, Peyton Backus really kept DGF in this game up until Barnesville got that final lead change, and then she kind of quieted down. She only had 2 free throws after that final lead change for a total of 9 points. Sharing the leading scoring honors for honorable mention, Aria Garrett, but we're going to give it to Peyton Backus in a losing effort here for the DGF Rebels. And then for the Barnesville Trojans, we're going to give it to 2 players because I think it's well-deserved for both of the players that I'm about to mention. They were your 2 leading scorers, but that was not necessarily the reason why they were the players of the game, just to throw that out on the table there. Kenzie Scogan will be one of our 2 players of the game. Abby John will be the second one. And the reason why I'm picking them both is because it's kind of similar to what I mentioned about Peyton Backus and Michaela Winter for DGF. Kenzie Scogan kind of got things started here for Barnesville. In addition to scoring 9 points, she had a few assists. She did have a couple fouls early that maybe she could have avoided, but she really hustled around the court. She she had she caused a couple of jump balls. She kind of reached in, grabbed the basketball, fight for rebounds, caused some turnover, not turnovers, but some jump ball possessions where the jump ball possession favored Barnesville. She had a couple of pokeaways where a couple of her teammates would pick up the ball and go down the court and score some points. And so Scogan scoring the points in the first half and creating the opportunities for her teammates to get points in the second half. Now, she had 12 in the game, 9 of them in the first half. She had a big three-pointer early in that second half. But after that three-pointer, she kind of was the one who created the opportunities either to keep possession for Barnesville or maybe tipped a ball into the hands of one of her teammates, and then her teammate would take it down and score. And on about 3 or 4 of those occasions, that tip ball went to Abby John, who is our second half player of the game for the Barnesville Trojans. She ended the night with 20, had 16 of the 20 in the second half. She was perfect in the first half from the free throw line and added a basket to those pair of free throws. And she went 3 of 5 for 60% in the second half for a total of 5 of 7 in the game. So Abby John and Kenzie Scogan will be sharing our player of the game honors. Kenzie Scogan, your player of the half in the first half, and Abby John, your player of the half in the second half. And I think both of those honors are well deserved. And that will wrap up our post-game show. So once again, your players of the game for DGF: Peyton Backus in the first half, Michaela Winter in the second half, and Mackenzie Scogan for Barnesville in the first half, and Abby John for Barnesville in the second half are your players of the game in this 50-39 victory here for the Barnesville Trojans. Let's take a look at what's coming up here. You can find our schedule on our website at magnitudesn.com. You can subscribe, like, and follow all the videos and all the action on our YouTube channel at magnitudesn. They have the @ on the handles now on YouTube. That is official, so make a mental note on that if you're searching for us, to put that @ sign in the middle, in the beginning there. Twitter and Facebook haven't changed. Instagram hasn't changed. And speaking of that schedule, let's take a look at it right now. Got some boys basketball coming up for you here in the near future. But first, we'll be right back here tomorrow night for another girls basketball game. I think that's right. You know what? I don't know if it was the Barnesville Kindred or the DGF Kindred game that was postponed. Let me pull something up in the background here. I won't have it up for you on screen, but I just want to double check it to make sure that is accurate here. And let's see here yes, okay, yep, the girls basketball team will be playing the Kindred Vikings here tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. It's a Minnesota-North Dakota clash. The teams have met up on at least once a year for several years, with the exception of 1 year due to the whatever you want to label it as. I'm tired of saying that word, so I'm not going to say it, but I think you know where I was heading for that. Now, the boys team was scheduled to play in Perham tomorrow. That game has been rescheduled to January 10th. I'm not exactly sure the reasoning for the rescheduling, but it has been postponed and rescheduled to January 10th. So we'll have that game for you at Magnitude. It just won't be tomorrow night. It'll be on January 10th. So we'll only have one game for you tomorrow night here on Magnitude Sports, and that will indeed be the girls' game between the Barnesville Trojans and the Kindred Vikings. And we'll have another halftime performance for you as well. At least I think we will, actually. Matter of fact, I'm gonna retract that statement. I'm gonna find out if we have a halftime performance, and then I'll let you know if we have one or not. So, coming up for the DGF Rebels, coming up here on Magnitude, I should say. The boys basketball season will officially kick off on Tuesday, when the Kindred Vikings take on the Hillsborough Central Valley Burros. And then we got the wrestling debut on Magnitude Sports for the winter season, as Perham will host Alexandria Pine River Pequot. And the girls basketball team for Perham will also face Park Rapids. Now, I've been getting some mixed text messages. It's possible. The first one said that the game was possibly moved to Park Rapids. And then the second one said that it was going to stay in Perham, and that it was going to be played in the middle school with the wrestling in the Hive. And then another one said that wrestling was going to be in the middle school. And then the final one said, you know what, forget everything that I said. I'll get back to you later. So we believe what I do know is all three of those events will be live on Tuesday. I just don't know the location of the three events right now, with the exception of that Kindred Northern Cass game. That will be a girls basketball game on the North Dakota side, a matchup between the Vikings and the Jaguars. Those two teams met up in the regional tournament last year. Should be a good matchup this year as well. And then we'll see the Barnesville boys team on Thursday when they take on the DGF Rebels here, a home matchup. So same two teams, just the boys instead of the girls. And then Perham and Frazee will kick off the boys basketball schedule for the Yellow Jackets on Thursday as well here on Magnitude Sports. And then another boys matchup on Saturday. It's a 3:45 start for the Perham Yellow Jackets and the Park Rapids Area Panthers. And then you can dig deeper on our website and look at that entire schedule coming up here over the course of the winter. Winter. We are in the winter sports season now with football going into December. I'm still trying to make the official transition here. But then click on, if you scroll down to the bottom of that schedule tab, click on the final scores. You'll come to this screen here, and you can see all the final scores from all the broadcasts that we have had on Magnitude dating all the way back to 2017. So if you want a final score from a game from a long time ago, we got it on our website here. And once again, your final score, the Barnesville Trojans 50 and the DGF Rebels 39. Let's take a look at what the DGF Rebels have coming up next here. They have a home game against the Pelican Rapids Vikings on Tuesday, and then they're on the road Thursday at Frazee. And that is the start of I believe, a 4-game road trip. Frazee, West Central area, Perham, and Hawley all on the road before they come back home on January 12th to face East Grand Forks. And then they go on the road down to Breckenridge for their first rematch of the season on January 19th to take on the Cowgirls. And then at home in Waubun. And then home versus Barnesville on January 24th. And at Pelican Rapids on the 27th. And home versus the Kindred Vikings on Saturday, January 28th, and that'll wrap up the month of January for the DGF Rebels. That the game versus Barnesville and the home game versus Kindred will be games that we'll have for you here on Magnitude Sports. We might have a couple others here, but I have to double-check our schedule before I can commit to that. For the Barnesville Trojans, they will have home game against Kindred tomorrow, and we'll have that game for you here on Magnitude Sports. Then they go on the road at Breckenridge. And then they're home against the Crookston Pirates. And then they go on a road stretch of themselves of about 6 games. At Hawley, at Perham, at Frazee, at East Grand Forks, at Pelican Rapids. I guess that's 5 games. Before they come back home on January 17th to take on the Minnewaska area Lakers. That's what they are. And that's a matchup I always look forward to. We did that matchup last year in Minnewaska area. It's located a little bit north of Alexandria, about maybe 110, 120 miles from Barnesville. And then home versus Perham and Roseau at DGF on January 24th, as we mentioned a little bit ago. Home against the Breckenridge Cowgirls on the 27th. They wrap up the month of January on the road at Park Rapids area. The game at Park Rapids is pending right now because the Barnesville boys have a home game against Monaga that same night. So we're going to have the boys game for sure, and we're going to try and get the girls game on for you if we can get a crew together to get over to get both games on the air. Let's put it that way. So once again, we'll try and get them both on. We're going to have the boys games versus Monaga for sure on January 30th, is it 31st? Yeah. And we'll have the girls' game on January 31st, possibly, if we can figure out a way to work it all out, which we've had fairly good success working things out like that before. But so that's what's coming up here for the now 2-0 Barnesville Trojans and the 1-3 DGF Rebels. Your final score one more time, the Barnesville Trojans 50 and the DGF Rebels 39 on the Ratsos Pool Hall scoreboard. For Janice working camera tonight, for all of our sponsors, for all of our viewers, my name is Mike Mason. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great night. We'll talk to you again tomorrow night in a matchup I'm certainly looking forward to. The Barnesville Trojans take on the Kindred Vikings here at 7:30. We have the tip for you live on Magnitude Sports.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website at magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.